Hello, 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 everyone, and good morning to you all. My name is Ava, and this is Stitching in the Interlake, and I'd like to welcome you all to my channel. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Well, today is Thursday, the 21st of November, 2024. It just so happens to be the day that is my son's birthday, my oldest son's birthday, Christopher. He is 45 today, and oh boy, does that make me feel old. Because it's just like I went to bed last night and I was in my 40s. I don't know. I don't get it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. Now I have something to show you. I finished it. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. There's a little bit off center in that. But just like marriage isn't perfect, right? Just like marriage isn't perfect. Like that's off center. It goes this way and this way. Yeah. But I gave it my best shot. And I'm glad it's finished. I can't do anything about it now. Um, it's um, it's on there, and I washed it, and this plasticky stuff dissolves in water. It just becomes like a jelly and that. So, but that's done. And also yesterday, I had I was going to start to work on it, and I thought, okay, that's fine. I got another thread here, right, of the 12. I looked. I looked. I tore everything apart, looking, 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 looking. You think I could find any more? So I thought, what the heck am I going to do? So I went in the garbage here, right next to me, and I'm pulling out pieces of threads and trying to, if there was a longer piece that I could use and to try and get it so that I could finish it. And I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do. Ruthie's looking up here. There's birds right on the wire up here. So she's busy looking. Anyway, so I did that and I found some lengths that were like this long. So I was able to go a little bit farther. And then I found another length and it was about this long. And so I did that and I got it done. I don't know which one it was here. I think it was this one. Yeah. I think this is the one, the most crookedest one. But I was able to get this snowflake done. Look at how crooked this one is. Like I tried. I tried. So then I thought, what the heck am I going to do? And then I found one long length. So I was able to do a little bit more. And then I was looking around. You should see my table here. It's got all kinds of, it's got blending filament. I was trying to match it up, like what one I ended up using this one. And I had various threads here. Like this is the 995, but it wasn't quite the same as what the 995 of the A12. So I tried everything, and then I went back here to this rayon thread or whatever it is. And then I used one piece, and then I put a piece of the blending filament in with it. So I did a few stitches there. And then I lifted up like I said a lot of prayers, Lord, please. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because normally when I buy, and this is something I should really suggest to you all, if you're going to do a project and it says, I'm off kilter here and this bugs me, um, that if you're going to do a project and it calls for one skein, buy two. Because you never know, right? What if you run into a problem and you've got to start taking it apart and you lose your threads and everything else? Well, yeah. So anyway, I was tidying up here and with my blanket and all that. Well, didn't I find on a needle, no less, one full length, just one thread, but it got me to where I was almost done and I could fudge the rest because it wasn't as noticeable then. So talk about prayers answered. And I thank God for that. Oh, yes, I do. So, but I could have sworn I had another one of them here. And I looked and looked, nothing. See, I had all these different blues and this blue. And I had, oh, that's that ray on whatever it is. And, but it looks good. It looks good. It may be crooked, and I am sorry for that, but life's not perfect, right? Life is not perfect, and neither is marriage. And I can't take it apart because I don't have really much more of this stuff. And I don't have any more of the A12. And I think it would damage the silk if I started taking it apart. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, and then I don't know if I mentioned this or not. Last night I was in bed, and usually the clowns here, you know, the monkeys always get a treat at night. So I had one of these, these long pouches called delectables or something. So I decided, well, I'll give them that. So then Jonah was already sitting on the bed waiting. And then all of a sudden, Ruthie comes over and she comes sitting on the bed. And the two of them are like facing each other and they're both licking it at the same time. And that continued on until Ruthie said, "No more," and started hissing. But she's not hissing as badly as she had been. She still hisses, but not that bad. So then Jonah backed off. But the tube was almost empty anyway, so yeah. So a lot of unbelievable things happen. Yes. So, but yeah, so I'm going to, oh, I got dishes to do and a few things here to do and clothes to put away and all that. But I am going to, I'll show you here in a minute. I'm almost finished this thread. Almost finished this thread. Okay. Right there. And I was so happy Another job done. Not perfect, but I'm not perfect. And it's unique. It's just for them. You know, I put my best effort into it and that. So I am going to go back and start working today on my Christmas rant. Okay. So this is the Christmas vacation. This is like what Clark Griswold went on a rant about. So I'm going to work on this, which will be nice. So I am thinking on Sunday, because there will be a live on Sunday from 12 noon to 2:30 p.m. that I'm going to start a whip parade. Okay. I may just bring one box out and show that, and then stitch the rest of the time, or I might have two boxes here or whatever. I would suggest, though, that if you um, do enjoy whip parades, is to make sure that you have a pen and piece of paper handy so that you can, sorry, I was looking here for my thread. Oops. Everything goes. Okay, I don't know what number that was. I think I took that all out. That was this one here. 35. Huh? I must have taken it out. Must have pulled it out. Okay. So what can I do here? 34. What is 34? That's the purple. Let's see here. That's the green is 38. Okay, well, we'll do that one then. That you get your a pen and a piece of paper so that you can mark things down. I will try and remember where I got them, but no guarantees. No guarantees. So, yeah. I'm just happy that I got to finish. So, really, it doesn't matter what boo-boos that there are, right? Doesn't matter. What matters is that you put your heart and soul into it and you get things finished, right? It may not look the same as someone else's, and mine certainly doesn't. And the point is that you try, right? I think, to quote Yoda, there is um, there is there is there is no do not. There's only do, or something like that. I had it here, but it's gone. There is no such thing as um, can't. There is only do or do not. I think that's what it is, or try or something. I don't know, something like that. So I know it was a quote there that my son Christopher, he would always he would always quote that. There is no there is no such thing as do or do not. There is only try. I think that's it. Or there is no such thing as try. There's only do or do not. It's something like that. Yeah. But the thing is that you give it your best effort, right? You work at it. It's not going to be perfect. And that is understandable that it's not perfect, right? But we're not perfect. No one is perfect. And it doesn't matter how you look, how you dress, how you talk. Nobody's perfect. You just put your best effort forward and do the absolute best that you can do. And if it turns out like this, that's my best effort on that. I was doing good until the very end, and then I just. But I'm going to put a note in there and just tell them that I gave it my best shot. I know it's not perfect, but life isn't perfect, right? Life is not supposed to be perfect. You know, we work at it, right? It's like um, it's like the saying, "You are the potter, and I am the clay," right? And Jesus isn't finished with me yet. So I'm not perfect, nor will I ever be perfect. No matter how many years of stitching I've got, I'm not going to be perfect. Yeah. I'm just so happy that's done. And I thank God. I absolutely thank God for having that one thread that I needed, that I absolutely needed. And he made sure that it was sitting there waiting for me. Ah, yeah. Well, today is a not a blustery day, but it's um it's not going to melt. It's not going to melt. Now, we may have warmer days later to the point where it's around, you know, -5, maybe up to 0 or +1, +2. But this is it. This is it. This is going to stay. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday, and then I can do my whip parade. Well, start it, right? I'm not going to bombard you like I did last year, where I did the whole whip parade in one live and it was going so fast. I'm just going to take it slow. And I will eventually get through it. And it will get done. And then you have something to look forward to um, every Sunday until it's finished. And yeah, so oh, I'm just so happy to have those numbers done. It's always nice to have a project finished, especially one that was out of my wheelhouse totally. Oh, yesterday I watched this program on Netflix, and I would suggest that everybody watch it. And it was to do with something to do buy, right? And how companies design things to break down in like 3 to 4 years. And Apple was really bad about that because they would have iPhones and iPads and that. And before that, they would make it that you couldn't get at the battery. So it was just thrown away, right? Because they want you to buy more and more and more and more and more. And so then they did this, and they did this with iPads, iPhones. Um, Earbuds are really bad. They're designed to only last like 3 years, and then they're tossed. And people think it's so great, it's so great. But it shows you on how the waste just accumulates. And also how it is that you think that, oh, you're taking stuff to the recycling and it's going to get recycled, and where it ends up and what really happens with it. You know, I think they said it ended up in, where was it, Cambodia or Vietnam or something like this, something like that. And how it just, and the people are there trying to take it apart to get the stuff out of it. And they're putting their health at risk because there's all of these heavy metals and that in there. Then they showed where it is that, all these new clothes, right? This company brings out a line of clothes, and that company brings a line of clothes out. And when that line is finished, they end up tossing it. And they showed that, I'm not sure where it was, Ghana or somewhere, where all these clothes and shoes and purses were all on, they were just coming on the waves and all over the beach. I mean, high piles of it. Oh, because this fell out of fashion and therefore I'm just going to toss it, right? Now, I very rarely buy new. I usually go to thrift stores and buy used. And I donate to thrift stores. I don't know if they're going to everything that I take there ends up there, that it's being sold? Or is it going to end up in some landfill? And they said the majority of recycled items, like plastic water bottles and all that other kind of stuff, right? Ends up going to a landfill in a big, big, deep hole. And it takes centuries, if not millennia, for that plastic to break down. And how much is found in the oceans, and in birds and fish. And I highly recommend it. I cannot remember what it's called, but it's in the documentaries. It's a new thing. It's a new documentary, and it is really worth the watch on how, before we're a throwaway society, right? We just throw things away, and that's it. I try to reuse, reduce, and recycle as much as I can. But you think it's going to recycling, but the majority of it isn't. And it's like you'll buy they showed there was a tin of hot cocoa or something, and they have all on it that it's recyclable. And the lady goes through and she said, yeah, part of it's recyclable, but the lid isn't. And I know I put a lot of those lids there in the recycling. Now I'm not sure. But products are made to wear down faster. And of course, the biggest thing are all these influencers who go out and buy this and buy that and buy this and buy that, right? To try and get other people to buy. And like they keep ordering and ordering and ordering on Amazon or Shine or wherever it is, H&M, all, I don't know. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely disgusting. What a throwaway society we really are. So whatever you can reuse, do that as many times as you possibly can. And stop buying stuff that has all this extra plastic on it. Like they showed corn on the cob, 2 cobs wrapped in plastic. Why do they have to do that? Why can't you put it on the shelf like they used to do it and you just pick off of there? Like, why is that wrong? It angers me that and they followed it through, and there was the one lady, she was director of something, innovation or something like this at Amazon, and she was there for 15 years until they gave her the boot when she started to complain about stuff. And there was another guy, and he was CEO or president or something of another company of Adidas brand. And they showed how it is that if they can't sell something, that the staff are told that they must slash like you've got these beautiful leather purses, like Michael Kors or whatever, Chanel, whatever it is, and they deliberately destroy it so that it cannot be used. Like, how ridiculous is that? My blood boils with that. I will tell you that right now. My blood boils with that. You know, and a lot of people, out of sight, out of mind, right? They don't care, you know, that everything comes in big packaging and everything else. Like, it's ridiculous, you know, and toys and all that kind of stuff. They're only made to last a short amount of time, and they're designed that way. But if you don't believe me, go and watch that. It's a real eye opener. Anyway, I guess that's it. So, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And so does Jonah, who's up in the cat condo, and Ruthie, who's laying here on the sofa. And I'm going to go and wash my dishes, and I am going to maybe put some clothes away, and then I'm going to sit and I'm going to work on my Christmas rant. Yes! Anyway, thank you, Jesus, for being my Lord and Savior. Thank you for saving me from my sins. Thank you for being there in my darkest and deepest moments. Thank you for loving me like you do. Thank you for caring enough for me that you would die on the cross for me so that my sins would be forgiven. And that's a prayer I pray for all of you as well. Okay, everybody, I guess I'll see you tomorrow for another cold day and more snow coming. Anyways, toodle-oodles, everybody.